A World War II vet who died of COVID was dissected in front of a paying audience, and now we're learning his widow had no idea. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Joyce Taylor.
I'm Greg Copeland. That family learned about the pay-per-view autopsy from a King 5 investigation. Last week, we took you undercover to show you the event in Portland. A similar one in Seattle was canceled. A funeral director from across the country is talking exclusively to King 5 about the man identified as David Saunders. King 5 investigator Chris Ingalls is in studio now. And Chris, that director says he's just horrified, and that's for more reasons than one.
Greg, Joyce, I just don't know what to say about this, really. I mean, this is just wrong on so many levels. Tonight, David Saunders' 92-year-old widow in Louisiana didn't want to go on TV, but she told me she was horrified that he was, quote, treated like a piece of meat in front of a paying audience.
I had a brother.
Just one?
And he got killed during the war.
This is military veteran David Saunders, interviewed by the National World War II Museum in Louisiana before he died in August of this year. But it's what happened after his death that some people consider an atrocity.
It makes me really feel saddened that this gentleman was not given the dignity and the respect that he deserved and what he thought and his family thought that would be happening to his body.
Funeral director Mike Clark of Baton Rouge handled the preparation of Mr. Saunders' body as it was handed off to a private company that his family thought would use his corpse for medical research.
This is somebody that donated their body to science.
Instead, Mr. Saunders ended up in this Portland Marriott ballroom, the centerpiece of an autopsy and dissection before a live paying audience, an event that we exposed in a story last week. Word of the story reached a group of Louisiana funeral directors this week who notified Mike Clark. What did you think?
I was totally horrified. Our whole staff was horrified that this is what had happened to a gentleman that he and his family thought that his body was going for the advancement of medical students.
Clark said MedEd Labs, a Las Vegas company that solicits body donations purportedly from medical and science research, never told him or the family that Mr. Saunders' remains would be used in such a manner.
We have ceased all work with MedEd Labs.
Jeremy, I want to be crystal clear about this point. Did that man or his family know that he would be part of an event where tickets were sold to the public and he would be on public view? Did he know that?
Yes, that was in the contract.
But the event's organizer, Jeremy Siliberto, told us in an interview that aired last week that the donor and his family did give consent.
I can guarantee that he knew his body would be used for medical education.
There's another disturbing piece of information about what happened in this hotel ballroom. David Saunders, who lived to age 98, died of COVID according to his death certificate, meaning a potentially infectious body was dissected at this event in which people were invited to examine and touch the body. So what do you think? We have a man who died from COVID who's in a hotel ballroom being autopsied. What do you think about that?
I think it is beyond imagination. It is not conceivable that this would happen to him.
I think a lot of people are thinking that now. I just got off the phone with Abtin Nasiri of MedEd Labs, the body broker in this case. He said that the organizer of that Portland event, Jeremy Siliberto, was beyond dishonest with him about what Mr. Saunders' body would be used for. He said it would be used for training students. Siliberto did, true science. Nasiri admits that he didn't do any kind of background check, which would have revealed that Siliberto has no professional credentials. Also, Nasiri couldn't explain why a donor with COVID would be sent to a client for any reason. The Multnomah County Medical Examiner's Office in Portland says even they rarely autopsy COVID-infected bodies because of the risks that are present in those kind of cases.
Which kind of begs the question, does this create, or did it create, some sort of public health risk?
Yeah, you know, we do know that the Oregon Health Authority is aware of the Portland event and they were looking into it. I couldn't get a quick answer tonight about whether this new piece of information, the COVID, heightens the concern, but there are specific CDC guidelines, for example, on how to handle a COVID-infected corpse. So in a hotel ballroom, is there adequate ventilation? Is there personal protective equipment? What about the cleanup afterwards? All these are questions that need to be answered, and maybe we'll get some answers from the Oregon Health Authority tomorrow.
It's really unbelievable.
Yeah.
And we're going to learn more as you continue this investigation.
Yeah,
Thank you.
see where this goes, Chris.
Yep.
Thanks.